Hi guys, it's Cyndi, aka Disney Queen. Today I'm doing something a little different. I told you I was going to start doing like some lifestyle videos, so I thought I would share a grocery haul and one of my meals that I'm preparing for dinner tonight. Just thought it would be, fun to share. I love watching grocery haul videos. It's like watching cleaning videos. You can't quite explain why you like watching them. You just know that you do. And so I thought I would just bring you along and share what I got from the grocery store, and then show you a meal that I'm going to be making that's on my list so what basically I do is each week I roughly write down what I'm going to cook each day for dinner. If I don't do like a meal prep for the whole week, I at least try to get the meals done early in the day so that by the time evening comes around, it's already done and I'm not rushing trying to figure out what the heck we're going to eat. It is just the two of us eating, so it's not like I have to cook for an army. And so I just thought I'd bring you along for the ride and just share with you. This is my this was Walmart. So I picked up some bacon. Somebody told me why bacon is so expensive now. This is my favorite yogurt. I try to have a cup of yogurt every morning. Some mornings I do miss, but my favorite is the orange cream and the key lime. I'm going to make a orange chicken. So I got some orange marmalade and an orange for zest. I needed some lime juice, so I got a small thing of lime juice. I always get the bacon bits to put in my salad. I like stone ground mustard rather than regular mustard, so I got a small thing of that from Walmart. This is my favorite Alfredo sauce. It's Classico. So I picked up a bottle of that because I like to put it with pasta. We needed some tea. I like the ziti, a raspberry zeta, and then I like lemon ginger just for the probiotics part of it. I needed some sour cream to put in my taco my taco soup. And then, of course, my husband's favorite breakfast is corned beef hash. We always have it to get eggs. I got some romaine lettuce. Always have to have some chicken broth. And I needed some beef broth for a recipe. So I need some chicken broth and a beef broth for a recipe that I'm doing. Let's see, what else did we have? I thought I'd try this tomato basil sauce. It was actually very good. Once I I'd used it on spaghetti. I needed some zucchini and some squash for a recipe that I was doing. My husband picked up a big thing of celery. Not sure why, but anyway. So now I got and cucumber. I needed cucumber for a salad. I like the seedless cucumbers. I also got penne pasta that's going to be with the fettuccine sauce. The Alfredo sauce, and then I got bow tie. So I either may do bow tie pasta as a pasta salad or the or the other type. We needed some sugar, so I picked that up. Melatonin. I have been using the melatonin, and it has helped me sleep at night. But it's the gummy kind, and that seems to work better for me than the other type. What else did I have? I also had some rice vinegar, some mild wing sauce, and some Thai sweet chili sauce for a recipe. And then I had my daughter go back to Walmart. She actually did a pickup order. We wanted chicken wings, but they only had drumsticks. I don't know what's going on with the chicken wings. This is my favorite bread. It is the Artisanal bakery bread. It is very thick and very good. I got a white onion to cook with. I needed some tomatoes for salad. These potatoes, we'll be using a recipe that you're going to see in this video. And then I also got, this is my husband's favorite. He likes Southwest salad, so he had asked for that. They've either changed the salad or they just gave Nikki the wrong one. I'm not really sure. And I needed some cilantro when we went to the store last week. They didn't have any. And I got some brown gravy because I do want to make a roast, I think next week, and I want to put that in. Black olives are for my pasta salad. And let's see, was there anything else that I got? This was a much smaller order. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of those drumsticks. Okay, tonight's dinner is going to be chicken thighs, legs. What are these things? Drumsticks. Tonight's dinner is going to be drumsticks with zucchini and squash, and onions, and probably some rice or some other type of starch on the side. Oh, potatoes. I have white potatoes. And so I'm preparing my chicken. I'm going to season it and let it sit in the fridge for a couple of hours. And I'm using rosemary, olive oil, and this is some garlic and pepper seasoning. I'm going to try to be light with the garlic and pepper seasoning, and I'm also going to use some crushed garlic because I'm trying to keep the sodium down, and this has a bit of sodium in it. So it's just Marcus and I. Yes, I have on gloves. So I've got 4 drumsticks. I didn't want to like do a big thing of chicken because I'm also doing some orange chicken later in the week. So I'm not worried about having like leftovers of this because then we'll probably be tired of chicken. So I am going to season it with the garlic. What is this? Garlic pepper seasoning. Just coat the chicken just enough. I'm going to put this in my air fryer to cook it. So I just lightly coated the chicken. I'm going to add some olive oil. To toss it in. And then also I'm going to add some rosemary. I love rosemary chicken. It's probably my favorite way to cook chicken. And I just literally, because most of the time a lot of it doesn't even stay on the chicken, but it gives it such a really good flavor. So that's the rosemary. And I'm going to put a little bit of crushed garlic in it, and I'm using minced garlic that you can already buy, but you can do fresh garlic as well. I have like a spoonful, and then I'm going to put it in a plastic baggie and put it in the refrigerator to marinate. And that's all there is to it. Then you just make sure all of the chicken is coated. Actually, you know what? I could probably leave it in this container now that I think about it, and then use that plastic baggie to cook my to put my vegetables in, which I'm going to also cut up and have them ready to prepare it. So later on, all I got to do is stick them in my fry pan and cook them up. So yeah, let's leave that to marinate and move on to the next thing. Okay, the next well, it's not technically it's not the next recipe, but it's what I'm going to be eating with the drumsticks. I've got some potatoes that I've washed, white potatoes. I've got a white onion. I've got some squash and zucchini. I had 1 carrot left in the refrigerator, so I decided I'd go ahead and use it. use the 1 carrot that I have. I'm also going to use some of the garlic, some of the Mrs. Dash, and also I have some Himalayan pink salt that I'm going to put on the potatoes, just to give them a touch of salt, because potatoes just don't taste good if they're not seasoned properly. And this is a Pampered Chef steaming basket. I've had this forever. I believe they do have a different version of this still, but this thing, I can do potatoes in like 8 minutes in this. And so what I'm going to do is do the potatoes in this, and then I'm going to like brown them in the fry pan with my zucchini and my squash, and I may even steam my carrot ahead of time with the potatoes, just to make it a little soft, because I don't want it to be too hard. And then I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use the white onion or if I'm going to use a red onion. I think I might end up using a red onion and save the white onion for something else. So I'm going to cut all of this up. I'm going to not cut the potatoes until I'm getting ready to cook them later today, because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I do a lot of my prep early in the morning. And then I'm going to put everything in the refrigerator, and that way when it's time for dinner, all of the prep has been done, and all I have to do is cook it. Okay, I'm going to put the potatoes aside, because I'm going to not cook them until it's almost time for me to cook them. So we can move that out of the way. And yeah, I think I'm going to use a red onion instead of the white. I don't know why, but I love red onion, so I think I'm going to use red onion instead. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut my vegetables up, cut the end off of my carrot. Squash and my zucchini. And I'm just going to cut them into cubes the best I can. And like I said, I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the refrigerator until it's time to eat. This is not a recipe that I got online or anything. My husband and I used to eat at Nordstrom's Cafe for our anniversary, and one of my favorite meals to get there was a combination of chicken with zucchini and squash with carrots and potatoes. And unfortunately, Nordstrom's closed their cafe, so we don't get to eat there anymore. But I adapted the recipe to fit my own recipe, and so every once in a while I will cook that, and it reminds me of our anniversary. We would go down there. They had a festival at the same time. It was down on the waterfront, and we would go eat lunch and then go down to the waterfront and check out the festival. So it's like a favorite memory of mine. Haven't been able to do anything even remotely close to that since, the last couple of years. So I just decided this week that I wanted to have some zucchini and squash with chicken as my dinner. I'm pretty sure that they roasted the chicken But like I said, I'm gonna put it in the air fryer. And do I want to cut this in half? Yeah, I'm gonna put this on the potato. I'm gonna put the chicken in my air fryer, and then I'm going to sear it on the stove with the zucchini and squash. So this is almost ready. And you really don't have to have anything else to go with this recipe. This is a meal in itself. You got potatoes, you got carrots, you got vegetables. Wash this off. So we're going to add onion, and we're going to chop that just as large as we did the vegetables. Not dicing this. I cut it half. I'm going to add that. I never have enough onions, if you ask me. I love onions in my recipes. I think I probably cook with onion in most recipes, as a matter of fact. So then I put that in here. And then when we cook, we'll add the garlic and the Mrs. Dash and the garlic. So that is the prep for that meal. So put this in the refrigerator, and later today I will cook the chicken, the squash, and steam the potatoes and the carrots, and then toss everything on top of my stove. Okay, it's many hours later. I am about to start cooking the food for dinner. I've got my potatoes and my carrots. I'm gonna cut them up, and well, I'm gonna cut the potatoes up and put them in. Am I gonna cut it beforehand? No, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll put a couple of holes in it. I'm gonna put them in the steamer. I fill it up with halfway up with some water, because it does need that for some steam. It's not covered all the way. And I'm going to put in my microwave for probably about 6 or 7 minutes. And then I'm going to put my chicken in the air fryer. Okay, I have my chicken. I have my air fryer ready to go. I'm going to put the, I'm trying to do this with one hand. We'll see how that goes. Put my chicken in. It's been sitting and marinating probably about, let's see, since, let me separate them just a little bit. I am going to put these on the chicken setting. So that's 370 for 40 minutes. I'm going to check it because I don't think it's going to have to stay in there for 40 minutes, just because I'm probably going to, because it's drumsticks, I just don't think they're going to take as long. So we shall see. After my potatoes are done in the microwave, then I can stir fry my vegetables. And I've got them ready to go. I cut them earlier this morning, so all I have to do is oil my pan, stick them in, and season them. I don't put a lot of seasoning on it because zucchini and squash has good flavor anyway, and so I just want to enhance it a little bit with some Mrs. Dash. So that will be the next step. When the potatoes are done, I will cut them up and add them just to give them a little crispness to them, because I'm steaming them in the microwave. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's an easy meal. As long as you got your prep done ahead of time, it makes it really easy. It's not a whole lot of ingredients. It's more about the chicken and the vegetables that you're putting together. So we're just gonna wait for that. Okay, I'm waiting for my potatoes and my carrots to cool down, and then I will cut them and I will add them to the stir fry. So it'll probably be about, well, I'll wait till they're a little cool to touch. My air fryer's got 34 minutes left, and halfway through I'll check it and see how far it's gotten, and I'll turn it over and see if we can get it a little crispy. That's the reason why I'm doing it in the air fryer. It's because I want the drumsticks to be a little crispy. All right, I'm gonna turn these over. They're looking really good. Kind of hard to do with one hand, but hey. Looking at the way I'm looking at them now, I don't know that they're going to actually need to stay in for the entire 40 minutes, but it's been, let's see, we're at 31 minutes left, so I'll check them again in another like 10 minutes and see how they're doing. I got oil in my pan. I'm getting ready to start the zucchini and squash as soon as my pan heats up, and then after the potatoes are completely cool off, I'll cut them into chunks and add them in just to give them a little crispiness. I'm turning my pan down just a little bit and add my vegetables. I can smell the onions. I don't want my onions to get too soft, so that's why I'm adding them at the same time that I'm adding the, I should have probably cut more of the zucchini. I have a lot more squash than I do zucchini. I'll break up my onions just a little bit. I'll fall apart a little bit more. I'll put you guys up so you can see it in a minute. Now, add some Mrs. Dash. I use canola oil. Didn't use olive oil because I want to be able to add my potatoes and give them a little crisp. And I feel like they don't do as well in olive oil. That could just be me. Pick up these onions a little bit. And I probably should have cut another zucchini. But I actually want to make some zucchini casserole with some ground meat and tomato sauce and cheese. Like a miniature casserole for us to eat for lunch one day. So that's why I didn't use my second zucchini that I had. I think this will be fine, especially once I add in the potatoes. Let me bring you up top so you can see. Okay, that's my zucchini and onions and squash is cooking. I'm about to add a little powdered garlic in. I like lots of garlic. And then I'm going to add the potatoes. I cooked in, I don't know if I said this already, I cooked in canola oil. My potatoes are cooked. They're not too soft. They're still a little firm. So when I add them to the squash and zucchini, they won't fall apart. So I'm going to slice those up now, or cut them into chunks now. So voila, potatoes are cut into chunks. I'm going to put a little bit of Himalayan pink salt on them, and then I'm going to toss them in with the zucchini and squash. Okay, I added my potatoes. I don't want to over toss them too much because then they really will fall apart. I want them to get a little firm and crisp. And then the same with my zucchini. And my squash, I don't want it to be too soft. But I do want it to be hot. And so I'm going to wait till they get a little crisp. And then basically we're just waiting for the chicken and dinner will be done. Okay, the chicken looks really good. It smells, I wish you guys could smell it. The rosemary smells so good. I don't think that I'm going to cook it much longer. I think it's basically done. And because I'm still waiting on my zucchini and potatoes and stuff to really finish crisping up, I am going to just turn this off, and maybe I will like heat it up a few more minutes before I serve it. So I thought I would share what I meant by how I set up my meals for the week. In my planner, what I do is I am usually on Sunday afternoons, I write down what we have going on that week. I write down what we have going on that week. I have my goals for the week, my daily list of things, any appointments we may have, and then I will sit down and decide what meals I'd like to cook for the week, because usually we will do a pick up or go to the grocery store on like a Monday or Tuesday. So like I have down for Monday vegetable soup, Tuesday orange chicken, Wednesday pulled pork, Thursday fish, today is the rosemary chicken, and then I have leftovers on Saturday, and I'm not really sure what we're gonna do for Sunday yet. We may eat leftovers again because I do have lots of my freezer meals left over, or we may pick up something on our way home from church to eat. So I just thought I would share that portion of it to kind of give you an idea of how I plan my meals for the week. If I'm going to prep all of that on Monday, then what I will do is make sure I have all of the ingredients I need, and then make my bags like I did in my other video. Hopefully you will have seen that one by now. So that is my grocery haul and my meal prep. I think if I was to do it again, I would definitely just like do my potatoes separately in my air fryer and just do the vegetables by themselves. Just do the vegetables by themselves on top of the stove, because when I added the potatoes to my vegetables, it didn't crisp like I thought it would. As a matter of fact, I guess the two combinations kind of made it soft, so it didn't have the potatoes didn't have the crunchy taste that I wanted them to have. So I would do them in my air fryer the next time. I think that's the only thing that I would change on the recipe. Everything else was good. Make sure that you salt and pepper your chicken when you put it in a bag with your olive oil and your rosemary. Other than that, it turned out pretty good, and we ate it and he enjoyed it. So if you like this video, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And if you'd like to know when the next video will come out, all you have to do is hit that little notification bell below. So until I see you the next time, have a blessed day, guys.